Hi everybody, welcome back to KUPA TV. Well, we are doing things a little bit different. Well, first and foremost, I hope everybody was safe. Like I said before, it's been some crazy couple of months, and we know that everybody's been missing all of these nail videos and just missing people and interaction in general. I'm not getting that today. However, I'm going to be by myself in the studio doing a couple of nail arts for you. We do want to still practice social distancing. So here in the studio, it's just me. John Tran is in the other room, and he's just going to be handling all the tech stuff from there. I'm going to be showcasing a red, white, and blue design that you can do since 4th of July is right around the corner. And since everybody's getting clients coming back in, we wanted to kind of give you guys something to get everybody excited for nails again and for getting back with their beauty routines. All right, guys, so before we start the design, I'm gonna want to sanitize. So when you're in a situation with your client, you may sanitize yourself and then sanitize them, or have them sanitize themselves prior to sitting down. It's just me and the plastic hands, so this won't absorb into her skin. But you would want to sanitize your client or have them sanitize themselves again before the service starts. So I'm just going to take my form. I already have it prepared here. Just going to put the tab on the back and fit the form here on our client. All right, and that's that. So you want to make sure the form is snug under there, as you can see. Now that we have our form on, I'm going to pull out my colors here. We're going to be using red, white, and blue. And I have Heartbeat here. We have our blue as well. And just white. I did also bring Rue out just in case I wanted a little bit of glitter. The camera's not really picking up on it, but that one is a silver glitter. So, oh, and also I'm going to use Cover Pink since we're doing a French. So first, I just want to start with a small brush. You can use an 8. I use a 10. I know some people like bigger brushes, but I'm using a 10 today so that way I can make sure all of the, designing that we do stays in control. So I have my little bead here. I'm gonna dry it out a little bit on the paper towel just so we can create our line for our French. So just going to pat that down, and then start to slowly carve our shape. I am seeing again a ton of Frenches with the deeper oval, so I wanted to kind of play around with that. I've seen a lot of V-shaped Frenches also, which are really pretty. So pat towards the cuticle. And we're gonna blend it down to where we have our French. I can wait for it to dry a little bit since I didn't get such a perfect line. I'll just wait for it to dry. And then I can take a little bit of a file to it and just kind of clean it up, and then brush that off, wipe it off, and then we can continue with the rest of the design. All right, so now that the acrylic is dried, I'm gonna go ahead and take my 180 grit file and just kind of clean up the free edge to my French. I just want to make sure it is looking like a deep oval. If you can get this down during the acrylic stage, then you're awesome. Good for you. I am just getting back into Frenches, so master that. Though I know there are cutters and such out there as well, but it's always nice to have the skill of being able to just, you know, freehand it without having to, you know, use the cutter and all that stuff. Though it can be faster, but it's always nice to, you know, improve your skills on that. Okay, so what I am thinking of doing here is just adding little stripes for each color, red, white, and blue. I kind of want to maybe do a little silver band first. So I am gonna use our silver glitter first and just go around, and create a band, a little tiny French tip with this silver glitter. And again, if you can do this without having to file too much, then even better. That honestly is the best. I'm gonna try to clean it up as I go, that way my work won't need as much cleaning up moving forward. Okay, just gonna pat that down, that silver. And since we already cleaned up our cover pink, if a little bit of the silver or the color goes on top of the previous color, that's okay, because when we go to use our e-file and buff everything smooth, all of those imperfections will be filed away. So you do want to make sure you get really close to your previous color, so that way all of the acrylic will melt in and you won't have to worry about any gaps or anything like that. Okay, all right, brush that off. Now we can go into our red. Have a little bead here, gonna dry it off and push that down. So when you press your brush with the liquid into your paper towel, you're gonna have less of a runny texture. So that's good if, you know, you want to try to keep certain things in place. Just want to make sure we have enough on the sides, and then try and clean up the shape again. So this is going to be kind of repetitive. if you're doing multiple colors. I know some people think that French is like, oh, it's an old style, but it is coming back. And, you know, for a while I was like, no more French, but here we are doing cool, new, different French techniques. So you gotta just remember to keep an open mind, remember that trends come back, and never say never. All right, that's the red. I'm gonna go into, just wanna make sure all of that red color is out of my brush. So I wiped it a couple times there. And now we're gonna go into our white. I have that here. I'm gonna pat down into my paper towel just to dry that out a little bit and push that in. And as you're going towards the tip, you are kind of thinning out the acrylic because the tip is still going to be, you know, thinner than, you know, this portion here that we're doing is going to be a little thinner than the pink or even the silver. So just try to remember that also while you're laying the acrylic down. You just want to remember to go a little thinner towards the tip. And I'm going to lay that down here. And take that up along each of the side walls. So that way we have the desired shape. So remember, this is going to be a round shape or a pointed shape, since we have already built our cover pink in a deep oval. Push that up against the white. All right. Okay. So right now, it doesn't really look like much, but once we get filing, you can see everything kind of take shape. So again, make sure you are starting a little, not necessarily thicker, but yeah, thicker here, and then going thinner towards the rest. So still a little wet towards the blue. Now that everything is off, we'll go on ahead and take off the form. Boom, pops off. And you can see it's hard there. Okay, so I'm gonna take my shaper buffer and I'm gonna go on ahead and shape the nail first. Now we can start buffing with our E-file. And we're gonna just file and buff here. So just going to buff away the top layer, even everything out, and then can cap with a clear coat. So you can see so you can see now the shape and everything. I'm just gonna reshape a little bit because I can see there's some parts that unfortunately didn't get enough blue, so I'm just gonna shape this side to match the other side, and that's no big deal. Okay. Perfect. So you can see here the French kind of separated. We'll brush that down. You can take a little alcohol on a wipey also, just to make sure any and all debris are removed clean. So when we cap, you won't have any dust or anything like that on the inside. All right. Now you can take a little bit of a bigger brush. I have a size 16 brush now that I'm gonna use. And this one's a good one to cap any designs. That way you can cover a larger area. And I have my clear acrylic here. It's just my regular clear. All right. So going to take the clear, put it here towards the end, and build out the nail. Make sure everything that we just did, all of our hard work and all of that time is now capped in the clear acrylic. And when we go to actually shape the nail and structure it, we won't have to file off any of that color any further, since we've already, you know, gotten the French how we want it. Again, if you have the cutting tool, or if you're just really good at French and pink and white, then you are ahead of the game, because this is a trend that is back. And I know some people are gonna say it never left. So good for you guys for honing those French tip skills. All right. Okay. And now you can see from the side profile that it's thicker than it was with just the colors that were built out on it. And now we can start to shape. Okay, so now we are ready for finish filing, and I have my fine bit again, and I'm just going to go around the cuticle, being very careful. Being very, very careful. Going around the sidewalls, being careful, very, very careful. Each side, like so. Okay. just keep looking down the side of it to make sure that it is coming together, looking even, and such. And then I'm going to file a little bit again. Actually, I'm going to take my shaper buffer and so now that everything is filed, we can buff with the buffing side here. Oop, this thing is so... Okay, let's start again. All right, now that everything is filed, we can buff smooth with our buffing side to the shaper buffer. Just want to make sure everything is smooth for our gel top application. And brush off the excess dust. You can have your clients wash their hands at this point. Since this is just the mannequin hand, I'm just going to brush this off. KUPA gel top. Handy dandy gel top coat. And I have my new Mani Pro Glow, so I'm going to bring that out so you guys can see. I have it set up here with the armrest cushion and the dials. So I'll show you guys here on the top view. It has the dials for the seconds and the cushion here. This is all, like, the trim is all replaceable, so if you want to, like, they're interchangeable rather. So if you would like to, you know, match them with your Mani Pro passports, you can do that as well too. My gel top. Okay, we're just gonna smooth that on. And reveal the design. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. There we go. Set it for 60. All right, now that your gel top has cured for 60 seconds, we're gonna go on ahead and pull the hand out. And reveal the design. So you can see here that shine. Awesome. All right, guys, and there you have it, a cute 4th of July look. So if you guys would like to follow me, again, my @ is at FKA_pcakes. And please be sure to follow at KUPA_TV as well. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Stay safe. Bye.